Talking CRM with Jeff and David, getting the best value for the whole organization from your integrated CRM and accounting systems. David Beard, CRM Principal, and Jeff Richards, Head of Training Program Development for Sage CRM, spend time chatting with customers, resellers, and others about Sage CRM in action around the globe.
In this episode, we talk to Quirijn Kleppe from LeadInfo, based in the Netherlands, about their lead tracking tool and how it works with Sage CRM. Jeff drills into the challenges of data protection and consent, and Quirijn explains how the product works in conjunction with public IP addresses. Hello, welcome. This is another episode of Talking CRM with Jeff and David.
Hi, everyone.
Oh, he's here with us again. I missed you last time, Jeff.
I'm here. I'm going to ask technical questions or interesting things about the use of the APIs.
Oh, sorry. Did I nod off there? Yes. And joining us today is one of our recently signed ISV partners, a gentleman by the name of Quirijn Kleppe. He prefers to be known as Q, which makes this one even more exciting, I think, as a podcast. And he's joining us from the company called... I'm going to mute you, Jeff. Thank you for joining us, Quirijn. Your company is LeadInfo. It's lead generation software that recognizes companies that come to visit you on your website through IP tracking and all sorts of clever tech like that. Welcome to our little soiree.
Thank you so much. Very excited to be here. And where can I better be than in the home of James Bond with you guys? It feels like I'm coming home. I'm still figuring out a bit like I need an M in this situation and I need an evil villain. I'm going to let that over to you guys to decide who is who and find it out. But no, thank you for the invitation. Very happy to be here to talk with you guys about LeadInfo, about our integration with Sage CRM, and all the amazing things you could do with that. So thank you.
Fantastic. All right. Well, so now let's do a little bit of a job advert, a company advert at the front, first of all. Tell me more about LeadInfo. Give us your elevator pitch, if you would. Yeah,
definitely. So LeadInfo is a scale up. We were founded 5 years ago and we're based in the Netherlands. And in those 5 years, we've accomplished a tremendous growth. In fact, we are the fastest growing player in the market in this lead generation software that recognizes website visitors. Well, you already said so. How do we do this? It's based on the IP address. And the ask for this software is very clear. Imagine you spent 100,000 euros on an amazing website. You install this little thing called Google Analytics, and you see 1,000 visitors coming per day. And you're waiting next to your mailbox, waiting for that first order to come in. And you see it's like one or two perhaps coming in every day. And you go talk to your marketing manager, like, what's happening? I see 1,000 visitors. Why are they not converting? And this is the issue that almost every company has. And why LeadInfo is so relevant, because instead of waiting for those two to convert, you get access to the complete 1,000 of companies visiting your website, looking at their intent, what are they interested in, and being able to follow up on those. A bit more about LeadInfo itself. So, as I said, we're scale up. We are with almost 30 people at the moment. We're doubling in size of people every year, tripling in terms of customers. We are the market leader in the Netherlands, in Belgium, growing very fast in the rest of Europe. Also in Europe, beautiful continent of the UK. So we've been to London a couple of times last year to the B2B Marketing Expo. Had a tremendous time.
Very good.
So
excellent. Great intro.
Office, yeah.
Thank you. Jeff, you must have a technical question that's just burning a hole in your retina there.
Well, I am. I'm going to be asking a little bit about the REST APIs, but I think what I'd like to do is to get a sense of how exactly you fit the idea of LeadInfo into the world of Sage CRM. And so the flow of the transaction that gets into the product and the tools that you use to allow the details of what's going on in terms of the LeadInfo through into the data that sits within inside Sage CRM. So if you could outline that first of all, we'll then be able to dive into a little bit further some of the stuff.
the beauty of this integration is actually that a lot of times what you see happening is you get these two different worlds that people are living in. You have the one hand, you have the Sage CRM world with your customers, you have leads in that. Your whole sales team is working out of that. Your whole marketing communication team is working out of CRM. And then people start using a lead generation service such as LeadInfo next to it. And it's sort of this Chinese wall between them. Leads cannot cross to the other side of the border without being qualified by marketing and then being qualified by sales. And there's this whole process behind it, which we're trying to solve this integration. And how do we do this? Is being able to cross the bridge directly from LeadInfo to Sage CRM. So we're decreasing the time to first contact of a lead drastically by being able to set up these rules and create a company within Sage CRM directly from LeadInfo. So via REST API, we are able to create companies within Sage CRM. We are able to create opportunities to enable a task being created and assigned to a sales rep within Sage CRM. So there's a lot of these automations happening behind the scenes, which are very intuitive to set up, but on the other end, help your life a lot and help you actually to close more deals without spending a lot more money or hiring a lot more people, just by combining the power of these two tools.
If we think about the data that's flowing, you're deriving information from visitors onto the site. So in my head, some questions about GDPR, things about consent, things about data. How do you ensure that you've got that high level of integrity and trust that the visitor of the site can actually know that they've given consent to what they want to happen to their data?
Yeah, that is a great question. And it really appeals to our heart as well, because GDPR is one of the most important things that we are doing. And that when we founded the company in 2017, we knew pretty soon that the GDPR was coming in May 2018. And the first thing we did is we went to the best law firm in the Netherlands, specialized only on the GDPR, and we came there with an open book. We spoke to the most or to the best GDPR lawyer in the Netherlands, and we were an open book. We showed them all our algorithms. We showed them how do we identify companies, how do we send this information to CRM companies, and we asked them this one thing: is this legal? Can you give your input on the GDPR standpoint? And he gave us a lot of principles and stepstones to build our whole software with. So you can say that our software is built with GDPR by design. So everything that we're doing is already built on, hey, how does this comply with the GDPR? To be quite specific on consent, we fall in the category of analytics. So it's not a marketing software, it's an analytics software. We do not place any cookies on the website. And we are the only player internationally, compared to all the competitors, that has the ability to don't place any cookies. So we work without any cookies, no first party, no third party whatsoever.
Building on Jeff's question, but also making it a little more English friendly. Not that you're not speaking English, Jeff, I don't mean that. Q, I come to your website and you have a CRM system and you partner with lots of them as well as us. How do you know it's me? What happens?
Yeah, that is of course the magic that happens all under the hood. But basically, if you would say it to plain English, what happens is every computer or internet device has an IP address, and this is sort of the phone book of the internet. The IP address, it's this number you can dial, and if I would know your home phone, I would dial you up and say hi to you, David. And the same thing is how this works with IP addresses. However, there's a big distinction that has to be made between a private IP address and a business IP address. And everything that we do as a company is business related. So I have no clue where you live, David, based on your IP address. In fact, I can't even know it because it's against the law. And your telecom provider, the company that installed your router in your home, can't share this information. They all mask it off. So everything that we're doing is business related, is an office address, for example, is somebody using a VPN connection to come to the website. And that's how we can identify, okay, this is the IP address visiting it, and then using a whole set of algorithms. We have a company database of 220 million companies. So basically every company in the world is in the database. And then we can connect it, hey, say this is the IP address, this is how we connect it to this specific company.
From a Sage perspective, one of the values that we have as a company is to always make sure that we're doing the right thing, and that we can demonstrate that any of the interactions that we have with customers has a high degree of trust built into it. And I think that was a very, very helpful discussion about how we ensure trust is based within this transaction and flow of data. Thank you very much for that.
In the next episode, Jeff drills down on LeadInfo's use of the Sage CRM technology stack. Quirijn explains how their product differs from other analytics tools. And we talk about some customer use cases for which the LeadInfo tool helps make sense of collected data.
You've been listening to Talking CRM with Jeff and David, getting the best for the whole organization from your integrated CRM and accounting systems.